Eddie, great to speak to you. The rematch for Joseph Parker against Derek Chisora. What do you think happens this time around?
I think it doesn't go 12 rounds this time. I mean, last time, let's not forget that Chisora's last 2 fights have been behind closed doors. Not good for Derek Chisora. And by the way, they were against Alexander Usyk and Joseph Parker. What would have happened, particularly in the latter, if there was what there'll be on Saturday, 12,000 or whatever it is at Manchester Arena, it's going to be explosive. It's going to be exciting. They're going to be turning the volume up and the pressure cooker up. And I just think, you heard Andy Lee there. We're not running in this fight. We're going to hold our feet. We're going to be exciting, and we're going to trade. If they do that, you're going to get a brilliant, brilliant fight. But I think it will all be over within 8 or 9 rounds because these guys will go at it.
When it comes to Derek Chisora, he's been involved in some huge nights in his career. Another huge one this time around. But does he need to win this weekend to give himself a chance of being involved in more occasions like this in the future?
Chisora's a prize fighter. One of the questions I've had so much today is, what's next for both these guys if they win? Joseph Parker wants to become a 2-time world heavyweight champion. Chisora just wants a row. Do you know what I mean? Whether it's with me, you, or anyone. So he's looking. Of course, he wants to win because the better the win, the more money and the more opportunity. But even if Chisora lost, he'd fight Wilder or Ruiz, or he's always that guy who's ready to go. But of course, he wants to win, and he'll be doing everything he can. This time around, 2 interesting trainers, of course, Dave Coldwell for Chisora, Andy Lee with Joseph Parker. They know each other as well. And this is going to be a good fight. It's going to be a really exciting heavyweight fight to close out the year.
I know we're limited for time. I wanted to ask you about the start of next year, WBC ordering this fight between Dillian Whyte and Tyson Fury. Have they given any indication on the split for that fight? Because surely without that, then you're going to struggle with negotiations.
Well, you sound like you work with me. That's exactly the problem at the moment. Until they order that purse bid, we don't know what the split is. How can you negotiate a fight when you don't know what the split is? So I think until that moment, it's going to be very difficult to reach a deal. We're not looking to be difficult. We just want a deal that is fair to Dillian Whyte. If not, we'll go to purse bids and make sure that Dillian Whyte's paid accordingly.
What is your prediction with what happens with it? Are we going to have to go to purse bids?
If he's not respected, we're not looking to be difficult or smart. If it's a fair deal, we move forward, we get it all done. But if not, we've got a big war chest ready to go to do that fight ourselves, and we'll see what happens over the next couple of weeks.
And finally, I spoke to KD up there. He was quite cagey about what AJ's doing with the training situation, but I guess fans are wondering whether there is clarity because there was that defeat 2 months ago. We've not heard too much about what he's doing next, but are you confident that he's making the right decisions? Is there any information you can share on what he's doing?
Yeah, for sure. He's working. He's working behind the scenes, and sometimes people take silence as a weakness, and sometimes they're very wrong. So, he's building the foundations behind the scenes to make sure he beats Alexander in a rematch. I do, presume there'll be some additional faces in the camp, maybe even a new location as well. But that's being built behind the scenes to make sure that his preparation is perfect in what will be a must-win fight.
And as far as you're concerned, it is Usyk in April, and it's looking like the UK. Any information you can share on that?
No, I've been around for a few site visits this week, and we're working now with Alex Krasuk to see what is next. But yeah, I think it's more than likely you'll see AJ against Usyk in April.
Where?
I think in the UK. That's what I think. I think we had a great time at Spurs, whether it's there, whether it's Wembley. I'd love to bring a big fight back to the UK.